ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Chewy here for Events by Design. You want people to actually show up for your community event, charity gala, or nonprofit fundraiser while making a memorable impression on them. Events by Design turns those moments into meaningful experiences that engage your audience and bring your mission to life. They manage everything: designing, planning, production. No stress, no loose ends. Just an experience your guests remember, exponentially benefiting your cause. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and we're joined by IndyCar president Doug Bowles. What is so enticing about having IndyCar at Road America as part of that schedule?
I think the biggest thing for us is just the history of the track, the uniqueness of the track. It's so long. It's got the elevation changes, long straightaways, challenging corners. You think about the kink and Canada corner and all the places that make it so historic. And I know it's just one of those tracks that no matter where you're from in the world, it is a top, not just in the U.S., but it's one of the top tracks in the world. So for IndyCar to be there is really special. A lot of history with IndyCar there over the last several decades. And actually, I took my SCCA driving school. My first licensed race was at Road America many moons ago, so even a personal connection for me getting back to Road America.
For all things Road America, you know where to go. It's roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Southbound 41 backing up from Silver Spring down to Hampton. Northbound slowing from North Avenue to about Burleigh. We've also got eastbound 94 right about at Elm Grove Road. Broken down semi. It's off on the right shoulder, so just watch out for that. Westbound 94 is tightening up through the Stadium interchange out past Hawley Road almost to 68th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, widespread showers and storms. Some in the afternoon could be strong. A high of 65. Tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy with a low of 56. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Pretty nice of the Brewers to get a big victory on Cooper Pratt's debut yesterday. I did like, I'm sure you guys saw, the prank that the infield or the defense played on Cooper Pratt as they're running out there.
Well, they didn't run out there.
Right.
He ran out by himself?
Correct.
Oh, I didn't see it.
That's cool though, right? Like
Here are
kinda...
your Milwaukee Brewers.
And everybody hangs back except for the new guy.
Lose the stash, dude.
What?
Lose it.
Come on. I think it's cute.
Hey, Superman tattoo?
I don't wear it on my face.
I don't know if you can tell anybody young what to do and not do in their 20s.
Yeah.
This whole mustache.
Wait.
Dyson has one. I'm like, shave that stupid thing.
Okay, well,
you
that's
look
what you're doing. You're
ridiculous.
projecting onto Cooper Pratt from your kid.
The only one that have mustaches are people from Chicago. That's it.
Maybe in your day, it's not a thing. Mustaches are in right now, man.
No, they are not in.
And
I am hip.
Because
I am hip.
There's one
not
thing.
a good look.
There's one thing we know about Chewy. He's got his finger on the pulse of
I
society.
do.
There's
Now,
one thing,
beards,
There's
I'm
one thing
okay
cool
with.
people do, and it's use the word
Yeah.
hip.
You ever kiss a mustache? That's got to be oh, sorry. Forget we're in a crowd of beards here.
What
All
a
right,
crowd.
I'll stop
I'm
talking.
the only one with the beard.
Well, Josh.
Well, it depends on the day, but I think I'm pretty good right now. I try to shave every couple of weeks. Dario, during COVID, grew out his beard, because he didn't have to do TV.
Yeah.
And it got bushy. And he said it got itchy. Does your beard get itchy?
No, not really.
Do you oil it? Do you?
Yeah. I use like
You
it's
shampoo
called
it?
yeah,
Do you use regular soap or do you shampoo?
shampoo. So like if
Really?
I'm washing my hair, it just comes right down onto the beard.
Okay.
And then I've got this product called beard butter. Keep
Yeah.
keep a little moisture in there. Throw
Is that
on
like
there.
a mousse?
It's just like it comes in a little. I mean, it's like any other hair product.
Mousse, another relevant
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Really hit.
Shut up. I am not ready for you yet. You don't even put product in your hair. You should.
Do you
do.
put product? Yeah, I was going to say, do you put product, Will?
Not a lot.
Well, that's obvious. You ever had a beard? Can you grow a beard?
No.
Yeah.
Can you?
Wait, honestly, fair retort.
Yeah, but it's gray as ever.
Really?
Oh.
When's the last time you didn't shave for an extended period of time?
Been a while. I mean, 2 days. Yeah, you could see the gray coming through.
How long could you go before you'd 2 days?
I hate facial hair. Absolutely hate
I
it.
think you could go
Steinbrenner
longer
over here.
than Angie would let you go.
She actually doesn't mind scruff.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I think it's ugh.
Let me speak for women,
Yeah.
theoretically here. I think a lot of women like scruff. I think
Really?
there's something very
Yeah.
sexy about scruff.
Yeah.
So for what it's worth, when guys let it grow out a few days, Dario gets a little more lucky. If hey,
Guys don't
get
like
over
scruff. I mean, they're girls having scruff.
Yeah.
Angie's
Guys-
Italian too.
Yeah.
She's Italian too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's really annoying is when the hairs crop up in weird places,
Yeah,
Like-
that happens.
weird places.
I guess with a beard, though, you really don't have to worry about ear hair because it's really just an extension of your face.
Gabe, would you care to comment on the ear hair?
I haven't really gotten to the stage in my life where I'm worrying about ear hair. but-
Shave your chest at all? No?
No,
Shave your pits?
no.
I shave everything. Hair's annoying. I won't
Okay.
shave the top of my.
Yeah, I was
Head.
about to say.
Just
When's the
Don't want it to go away.
just
Yeah.
shave it for swimming.
Yeah, but
see
are
if it comes
you
back.
taking anything for your hair? You take Rogaine, you take not you can take Rogaine, but you use Rogaine, you take
no.
minoxidil.
No,
I take Nutrafol every day, 4 horse pills. and
Really?
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, it's tremendous. I've been doing it for like the last year. This is not an endorsement, but it should be. Like, it works. So if you're out there going, wow, what do I need
Does
to
it
do to get
really?
my... Oh my gosh, yes.
Really?
Yes. I should show you a picture of my hair from a year ago compared to today. You'd be like, what have you been doing? I'd say Nutrafol. It's insane. And that was brought to you by Nutrafol, everybody. So Cooper Pratt, which is where we started until Chewy diverted us with the mustache, makes his debut yesterday. Went 0 for 3, but they did gift him with the game ball from his first Major League double play, which was nice. A 6-4-3 turned by him and Terang in the second inning. Gabe, you were at the game yesterday.
Yeah.
What was the environment like?
I mean, everybody was excited, right? Like, he gets announced for the first time. Everybody gets the good chuckle when he goes out there for the first time. But, like, his at-bats, people were, he got the standing ovation. Like, when he came up for his first at-bat, people got up. They were excited.
Made contact?
Yeah, made contact all
Yep.
3 times.
Mhm.
Didn't find a spot where they weren't. But, again,
He looked the part.
he looks the part. The other thing that stands out, especially because we talk about, the Short King Brewers, he's a big dude.
Is he really?
He's 6'4".
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's big for a shortstop, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, yeah, and it just stands out. He's got David Hamilton to his left,
yeah,
or if
Yeah.
you're looking at the field to the left, and then Bryce is 6 feet 6'1", so he's not Hamilton or Sal Frelick short, but still 6'4" at shortstop. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Can he play
That's-
first?
This big guy.
Slide him over to first.
Probably needed him after his first throw. I was laughing my ass off because they were gushing. Gush. And
on the
all
broadcast.
Of a sudden, woo!
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
tone down the
but
gush there.
you've been there, you call it the
I have
cheeks,
dropped
right?
the football in my career, yes.
Did you drop the first football in your career?
No.
Okay.
I don't even remember. My first catch? I didn't go very far.
I'm going to look it up.
Leave it to Will.
When is Josh coming back, please?
He's not coming back till next Tuesday.
It is wild to me that you are already begging for Josh to be back
know.
behind the glass. Unbelievable. So the Brewers get the win, and I did see in one of Adam McCalvy's articles, and I'm not going to have the number in front of me right now, but I did see that the Brewers have been fantastic this year in first game of the series. Is there anything to that? Like psychologically, guys? I mean, Chewy, you didn't play series or whatnot, but like, is there anything to you get out, you get the win right away? It takes a little pressure off, especially if your goal is to win as many series as possible over the course of a season, Gabe?
Yeah, because now you just got to win one of the next two. It's just like it's just like when you get to the postseason, you want to win that first game of the series, and yeah, you want to go out, you want to set the tone. The only chance you have if you want to sweep series is you got to win the first game, right? So now you've got the opportunity against a first place Guardians team. You win one of the next two, you win the series, and have a nice little homestand before you hit the road against the Braves.
That was like first drive.
Yeah. Yes.
You always want to get points on your
Establish
first
the
drive,
tone.
and I think there was a year or two where we were the best. We were like, I want to say like maybe 60% scoring, field goal, touchdown on the first drive. That just gets you off and running.
Feels like you've got, okay.
Yeah.
You have a handle on things.
Yep.
Okay. We know what's going on.
Yeah. And they mention it every game,
First 15.
First 15. How good are they on the first drive? You want to get points. So I get it.
Brewers remain atop the NL Central with a record of 44-26. Very impressive. I did see a lot of people talking about that just because, again, it feels like they are on quite a tear right now. But Gasser got the win yesterday. Did not get the win.
He did not.
Ashby got the win yesterday, but Gasser delivered his best start since returning from Tommy John surgery, which, again, as we continue to look at how this Brewers team continues to gel, figuring out who's going to be where, what roles each person is going to have. Gabe, what do you think that Gasser's role is in this Brewers rotation?
Just kind of what he's doing right now. Like I don't think he's going to be somebody who, when everybody's healthy, he's going to be in this rotation. Like they're giving Brandon Sproat every opportunity. The top two spots are already taken. Once Woody gets healthy, once Henderson gets healthy, he's back down to AAA.
What is and weak probably isn't the right word, but what's their weak spot right now if they have one?
It's still the left side. Not getting a lot of offensive production out of the left side of the infield.
So Joey Ortiz and David Hamilton are expected to now sort of share time there with Cooper Pratt coming up.
Yeah.
Luis Rengifo was designated for assignment yesterday after the Cooper Pratt move.
Yeah, and Joey will play a little bit of shortstop when Pratt needs the day off, and Hamilton will still play second base when Bryce needs the day off, and those two will kind of rotate around depending upon the day.
So if they don't go pitcher trade deadline?
Yeah.
Third, could they get?
If you can find a power bat at third base, I think that would be what they would be looking for. If that would exist in this year's market. Sometimes you can find it. Last year, Eugenio Suarez was the guy at third base.
Yeah.
We made a big deal out of it here. We wanted him, and it didn't work out for the Brewers in terms of acquiring him. Still worked out in terms of having a tremendous end of the season. But whether a bat like that will be available on the left side remains to be seen. But by calling up Pratt, it limits what you're actually, because you're not going to trade for a shortstop, a rental, or anything, because he's your guy now there.
Yes.
So basically on the infield, you've got third base that you'd be looking for. I mean, you're already kind of juggling around the outfield. Like yesterday, Bowers was playing the outfield again, so you could get Vaughn at bats at first base. So you're kind of juggling. I mean, Churrio's going to be out there every day, so Sal got the day off. They played Mitchell. You're kind of juggling at bats in the outfield already. So I doubt they would acquire somebody there. I think you're looking at pitching. You're looking at third base.
Or third base, okay.
I think that's what they're looking at for the next 6 weeks.
Let me stay with Gasser for a minute. Gasser, a guy that they got, I think, in the Hader trade back in the day. And once again, if you are following a lot of these guys who track this stuff, he's another guy who changed his delivery. Once he got to the Brewers, a lower arm angle. We should not be shocked by this at all, but you still don't think that he could, as a left-handed arm, elevate himself to the number 3 spot? Again, I think we're all sort of focusing on that spot going, what can the Brewers do to lock that up? And you don't think he can continue to improve enough to get that spot by the end of the season?
I think his ceiling is probably a 4 or 5 guy in the rotation, which is, and again, that's a solid spot to be, but I think that's what his ceiling is. I don't think he would get to a spot. Just because, again, you watch the game and you look at his velocity, and he sits at like 92, 93. Every once in a while, he'll run one up there to 94, but that's low velocity in today's game. He's got a fastball that plays up because he's got a good, a good breaking ball. Whether I think he calls it a sweeper, that's versus a slider. So he's able to navigate, but he's not somebody I look at Brandon Sproat and I look at his raw stuff, and he's got a better opportunity to be in that number 3 guy because of the raw stuff that he has. Again, Gasser's just going to be the odd man out. When somebody's hurt, he's a hell of a guy to be able to call up and fill out the rotation the way he's been able to go and do it, the way he's been able to pitch this year. But when everybody's healthy, I don't see him being even on the playoff roster.
So when Woody comes back, is he 2 or does he go to 3?
Woody's 3. Woody's 3.
Woody's 3?
Yeah.
That's still pretty good 1, 2, 3 if Woody gets back to where he was.
If Woody can get outs.
Is it good enough to win the World Series? That's what we have to measure everything against now, right?
Yeah.
I guess maybe get to the World Series. Is it good enough to get to the World Series? Do those 3 feel like an advantage over any of the other rotations that you might see? And Woody yesterday did make another start. I thought I had the numbers in front of me. You said 5 1/3.
5 1/3, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
At least one of those runs came late, I think I saw in the outing, maybe in the final frame. But they were pleased, ultimately, is what you need to know, is they were pleased with how Woody looked yesterday. And they're still targeting the end of June, which, by the way, is coming right up on us. But the end of June for him rejoining the big league team.
There's no rush. Why rush him? Give him all the time he wants.
Yeah, but he still has to be able to pitch, at some point.
No, I know.
You got to ramp it up. Like, again, I'm with you. Take your time. It's all about for him. Like, if we get into August and we haven't seen consistently,
yes.
Then it's like...
But All-Star break, he comes back right after the All-Star break. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Again, and that would be middle of July, right?
Yes.
So if they're saying end of June, if he waits till middle of July, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, you do want to see what you have there and then start to evaluate the pitching market. I think you would feel a lot better if Woody was your 4. If Woody was the 4th guy coming out of that rotation, if you could go out and acquire someone, that would be better than Woodruff. And then you've got a pretty solid 4, and you go, yep, we feel good about this 4 going up against just about anybody.
There's 0% panic, obviously, for what Cooper Pratt did yesterday at the plate. It's just his first game. Yeah. But did you guys see that his dad doesn't fly, and he came up from Mississippi. So I think he saw 700 miles. Yeah. He drove 700 miles up to the game last night, up to Milwaukee, so that he could see his kid's debut. I also read that his mom was in California at one of his brother's baseball tournaments when she got the news that he was going to make his major league debut. So she immediately got in the car, got to the airport, and then got to Milwaukee as well.
At least they had the off day, right? Because sometimes you make the big league debut and, like he comes out of the game Sunday and you got to play Monday right away. That'd have been a tough turnaround for Dad driving 700 miles. At least he had the off day to navigate.
Speaking of no flying, I had an aunt that would not get in an elevator. Have you ever heard of that?
Was she claustrophobic?
I don't know. She would never get in an elevator, though.
I could see it.
I've never heard of that, other than my aunt.
I haven't either, but I'm guessing there are people of your aunt's age.
Yes.
That probably, because again, like elevators became new in their lifetime, right? And they just wouldn't trust it.
Born during the Revolutionary War.
How old was your aunt? How old is your aunt?
Well, she's passed.
Sure, but how old would she have been?
She would be probably 80, 83, 80, yeah,
but
83.
It sounds like you're saying when she was younger, when she was maybe your age, she wouldn't get into an elevator.
Ever since I've known her, she would never get in an elevator. Weird. What do they call that? Elevovia? It's got to have a name, right?
It's got to have a phobia at the end, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm no Albert Einstein, but I do know that.
Will's going to look it up. It reminded me of John Madden.
Yes.
Remember, Madden wouldn't fly.
Yeah.
So they took the Madden cruiser everywhere. How hard is it going to be for him to follow his kid around the country, though, should he choose to? And I'm not saying he has to be at every game, but, like, that's going to make it tough, right?
Why don't you fly? Is it the fear of death?
Yeah. Like, I have flown with my sister.
Yes.
And she is, like, taking off and landing. The death grip she had on my arm, I am surprised I don't still have bruises. And this was years ago. That's how, like, tight she was grabbing onto my arm.
Did she ever articulate
she
why?
was just, it's the taking off and landing.
Fan, right?
Yeah.
No. But mine's the closed in spaces.
Oh, yours is claustrophobic.
Yeah. Mine is the...
It's the
which is
taking off and landing, and something could go wrong.
Doesn't bother me at all. What I have to do, though, is sit in the front row or sit where I can't see a bunch of people. There's something about the number of people in that space. There's something like I particularly struggle when I'm sitting in my seat and people are getting on the plane and on the plane and on the plane and on the plane and on the plane. And my brain is just like, if I needed to get off this plane, could I? You know, and again, just so you guys know, I certainly have. Okay. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, need to get off the plane. Thank you, so sorry, I need to get off the plane. Thank you, so sorry, excuse me, I need to get off the plane. I need to get off this plane. So sorry, all the way to the front until I'm out.
What about a train?
Good grief. I can't even remember the last time I've been on a train.
Because Angie can't go backwards on anything.
Okay, so if she's like...
Yeah.
Okay. Facing the wrong way on the
train.
train.
So, like, when I lived in Connecticut, we would take the train to New York City.
Yeah.
But yes, you're saying you can't face the opposite way
Correct.
from the direction the train is going. Yeah, that's a thing too.
Like she freaks out. I was in the car wash with the other day. Is the car moving? I'm like, no, the thing's going back and forth. It just feels like we're moving. We're fine.
Wait, for all the neuroses that you have,
yeah,
you
but mine are
certainly
pretty
give her
normal.
A hard
I
time.
think my neuroses are fairly normal.
Yeah, like no hair all anywhere on your body.
Contributes to the smell, which I got yelled at the other day too.
I'm shocked that you got yelled at by your wife. By
Well,
the way,
she wanted to sleep on the plane, and she leaned over close to the pit, and I'm like, it is not my armpit. It is the shirt I'm wearing. Okay, sure. This material just sucks up smell, and she wouldn't believe me.
And then she put the head on the shoulder and...
No, she said, you're turning into an old man.
Turning into?
And I went...
Yeah, I was going to say, of all the insults that she could throw at you,
yeah, I know.
That's one.
Cuts the deepest.
100%.
Yeah.
Even I know
Those
that.
are fights.
Chewy's like, call me NFL boy all you want.
Yeah.
Just do not use that word.
Old.
Josh and Heartland weighing in on our conversation about the Milwaukee Brewers. None of the Brewers' plans about the rest of this season or postseason should include banking on Woodruff. If he is somehow healthy, it would be icing on the cake. That's sort of how I feel. And again, I will reserve judgment. I will wait and see, when he gets back to the big leagues. And that's why he has to get back to the bigs and he has to throw some innings because I want to see how he looks against big league talent. But I am also hesitant to bank on Woodruff as that number 3 starter. I guess I'm hoping that maybe somebody else will sort of jump him in the rotation. Brandon Lockridge coming back as well. Murray reminds us from the 414.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
not going to get him the World Series. You
cool
got to have
Brandon
Woody.
Lockridge is coming back.
Woody's got to be healthy.
Yeah. I mean, Lockridge is just your fourth outfielder that nice pinch runner to have in situations. Good defensive replacement to have. But, I mean, he's not somebody that is going to be factoring in and playing all that much every day in the lineup.
And then we got Jacob weighing in saying, Jen is one of those people who rushes in front of everyone in the plane. That's disappointing. In the midst of a panic attack was the context for that, Jacob. But, that's what I was talking about.
She wasn't rushing in front of the people
to get
off the plane. They're coming on. She's trying to go in.
As I'm having a panic attack.
She's swimming against the stream.
Slight anxiety.
Good for the tuna.
All right, let's take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, y'all. So we're talking about your Milwaukee Brewers. We got more to talk about. Maybe we'll get into Woodruff a little bit more, and we will talk about Giannis as we continue to creep closer to the deadline, which, of course, is the NBA draft next week. Gabe?
Cold beer, warm summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yuengling Lager. From small-town main streets to packed stadium parking lots, Yuengling Lager has been bringing people together for generations. It's a real American beer, smooth, rich, and now right here in Wisconsin. Try to tell as many people as I can about it. Had one last night at the tailgate while I was at the game. Maybe you want to have one at a backyard barbecue. Fishing trips, ball games, Yuengling Lager belongs wherever Americans come together. It's been brewed with pride since 1829. So crack open a Yuengling Lager and raise a toast to American tradition. DG Yuengling Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Pretty typical stuff. Southbound 41 backing up right past Silver Spring to Hampton. Northbound's actually cleared up a little bit, so we're looking pretty good there. Eastbound 94 coming out of the stadium interchange towards 35th Street's a little bit tight. Westbound is going to be slowing down right through the stadium to just about Mitchell Boulevard. The rest of the system is still looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at Kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, widespread showers and storms, some in the afternoon, could be strong. A high of 65 tonight, rain ending mostly cloudy with a low of 56. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to Ashby, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Josh Mazur here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. Summer has a way of making you want to feel good in your own skin again. Maybe it's pulling out the summer clothes, planning vacations, or just wanting more confidence and energy day to day. I was ready for more than quick fixes. I wanted something that actually worked and lasted. I'm feeling lighter, more energized, and back to enjoying foods I love while creating healthier habits that actually fit my life. It's a doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program designed to help people lose weight safely and naturally and to keep it off. Some patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. I'm down over 40 pounds at this point, a couple pant sizes, and feeling great. For a limited time, get $200 off with the Milwaukee Weight Loss Summer Special. You can book a free consultation by calling them at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. Or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. And when you go there, make sure to tell them that Homer and Josh from ESPN Milwaukee sent you.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeisDoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Where else can you get football analysis that includes things like dropsies and pixies and interceptsies and flowy? It's flowy. The offense needs to be more flowy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
We have enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help us with our home projects. My husband and I are not the most handy people in the world. We can get by. But when it comes to a home addition or a remodeling project like our basement, our full finished basement, PCI is the team for us. They care about their craft. They do a fantastic job from start to finish. They keep you informed and involved. And you know what? I would recommend them to anyone. So if you have a remodeling project or a home addition that you are working on, PCI is your team as well. Call them or check out their work at professionalconstructioninc.com. It's professionalconstructioninc.com. So we didn't get a chance to go into Aaron Ashby, but I did mention that he got the win yesterday. He's a Brewers reliever, and it's unusual, but I also think that it speaks a lot to how this Brewers team is constructed and how they do things a little unorthodox, right? Would they prefer that their starters have all the wins? Yeah, probably. I mean, quality starts and whatnot, put up a bunch of runs early and whatnot. But Aaron Ashby has been the guy. He is Major League Baseball's first 10-game winner. He's got a 2.86 ERA, 61 strikeouts in 44 innings. Gabe, how's he doing this? Is it just time and place? He's sort of just conveniently being put in these positions?
Yesterday he vultured his way to the win because Gasser was in line. It was 1-0 lead, and he couldn't hold the lead. Gave up the run, so it became a tie game, and then Garrett Mitchell saved him by hitting one 440 feet. Just blasting one 112 miles an hour off the bat.
That was it yesterday, right? 2 home runs?
Yep. So Garrett saved him. Garrett gave him the win yesterday. But I mean, yeah, he has been put in positions where a lot of times he is one of the first guys out of the bullpen. And with some of the ways that the Brewers have used guys this year, whether it was Shane Drowan earlier, whether it was Chad Patrick, with some of these younger arms, Brandon Sproat at times, they're only going about 4 innings. So even if they have a decent start, okay, you're not going to have the opportunity to win because you got to make it, 5 innings as the starter in order to qualify for a win. So it's just been, the product of circumstance where he's happened to come in and I think yesterday was the second time where he gave up the lead and ended up picking up the win. So kind of vultured it away from Gasser, who was very, very good yesterday.
Is he getting any consideration for All-Star votes?
No.
Or no?
No.
Even though he has 10 wins?
Even though he has 10 wins. Wins don't mean anything in Major League Baseball anymore.
But do they go with, do they partition it out like closer, middle reliever, or is it just lumped into?
It's all just kind of lumped in. I mean, they kind of have, and I guess when they put together the pitching staff, because that's not because yesterday we talked about, Chew, that's all the position players are voted on by fans in terms of starters. The bullpen's just kind of put together, the pitching rotation for all-star teams are just put together by the manager in Major League Baseball. So they just kind of, and again, it's an interesting puzzle because everybody has to have an all-star. Yes. So trying to figure out, if we put this guy, that probably costs, another guy a spot. It's usually starters, closers. Maybe if you're like a setup guy who's electric, you might have an opportunity at getting in. But usually it's just starters and closers.
Okay.
That are going to be all-stars.
But at the end of the day, how many will they have, you think?
The Brewers?
Yeah.
Turang. I mean, if Churio keeps this up, he'll have a really good chance at being a reserve.
I mean, he's saying 316. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, the problem is he missed a month.
Yeah.
So if he keeps this up for the rest of this month, by the time they select all-stars, he'll have a chance. So Turang, Churio,
you don't think Bowers
Contreras,
might make it as a reserve?
No, first base is tough.
Really?
First base is always tough.
Miz,
Harrison.
That's pretty good representation, though.
They've got a chance at 5.
That's solid.
Probably it'll land around 4.
Okay. I like it.
I do think, though, that Major League Baseball, as we discussed when we were talking about The Miz and him being in the All-Star game last year and how people were like, does this guy deserve it, et cetera, et cetera. I think baseball does a good job of being aware of the storylines in its sport. And I wonder if there won't be somebody who says, hey, what about that Ashby guy? Should we throw him out there as a pitcher because he has 10 wins, even though he's really like I think they might like the uniqueness of his story, and there might be a chance that he does get some consideration. The MLB record for wins by a reliever is 18, set back in 1959. That still feels a long way away.
There's no way you can put him in the All-Star game. You just can't do it.
Yeah, because how many starters are voted in? You figure they get what? 2 innings each?
Well, no. So usually the starter gets 2 innings, and then you
one
kind of
after
split
that.
it. Yeah. If you're a reliever, maybe you get 1.
Yeah, he'd have to. You know what? He'd have to go in by default, like Miz winning last year, where 14 pitchers say, "Nah, I'm not going."
Like if he had a sub-2 ERA,
yeah,
maybe. But the 10 wins isn't going to be that impressive for anyone. It's just everybody knows it's just kind of a fluky thing that this reliever's been able to pick up 10, and that doesn't mean doesn't mean he's not valuable for the Brewers because he absolutely is.
He's a nice weapon to have.
He is a huge part of what the Brewers have, but the 10 wins. The 10 wins, I don't think represents anything in terms of his value to the Brewers. He's just happened to pick those up because of the situations he's been put in.
Maybe I'll start the campaign. Just see if I can drum up some interest, drum up some, right? Will you get on board with me?
Yeah.
Send Ashby to the All-Star game?
We got to be able to come up with a creative name, too, with the double A's in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
We got something there.
I'm not sure what it is at this moment right now.
Yeah,
Aaron
we'll figure it
Ashby
out.
All-Star is.
We'll get in the think tank.
Okay. Will and I are jumping in the think tank. We're going to try to get Aaron Ashby to the All-Star game, and nobody else wants on board. Okay, Gabe thinks it's a losing effort, so he's out.
Yeah. I've got other Brewers I got to throw my effort behind who actually have a chance at making the All-Star game.
That's what's so fun about it. It's like long odds. It's like when you go to Potawatomi and you're like, do I want the plus 105 or do I want the plus 650?
How many of those long odds end up in the safe, and how much do you skip the safe and just go right to the garbage can?
Yeah, no, they all go in the safe. All right, they all go in the safe because I am an eternal optimist when it comes to my betting habits at Potawatomi.
How do they determine the manager?
That I don't know, actually.
Is it just
because Pro Bowl is the
team with the best
loser
record
of the championship games?
Yeah. In the NBA, it's whoever has the best record.
Okay.
At the halfway point, which is how Doc ended up being the All-Star
Murph is
game.
having hip surgery, right? So he can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares? Right.
Once you realize that Murph was unavailable to
now
be
you're not
going to
watch the All-Star game?
Nah. Although I will, because Miz will be out of the gate quickly.
I mean, yeah, he's going to have a very good opportunity to start. I know, despite MLB All-Star managers, last year's pennant winners. So if you won the American League, you're the American League manager. If you won the National League, you're the So it'll be Dave Roberts.
Okay.
For the National League.
Gotcha.
Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to this morning. Stick around.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the Jewelry Center, place to do it. It's what I did. Now, maybe you don't have an idea of what you want that ring to look like. I kind of had some idea of like what color I wanted the diamonds to be, and I went in, I looked at all the different options that they had. But if you don't have an idea, maybe take a look at our Pinterest page. See if there's anything there. Bring those ideas in, and the helpful team of the Jewelry Center always going to point you in the right direction. And with everything done in-house, might even end up costing less than what you expect. Whether you're looking for a nice custom engagement ring or just want to pick up something else like diamond earrings or gold chain, the Jewelry Center has you covered. Check out Jewelry Center, Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or in Mequon.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Just a little bit wet right now. We do have a little bit of a backup westbound on 894, just from Loomis to about 76th Street. Eastbound 94, slowing from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Westbound from just before 35th Street to Hawley Road. And then we've got delays southbound 41, just south of Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. Northbound's just slowing from Burleigh up towards Capitol. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of tranquility. Visit GreatMidwestBank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, widespread showers and storms, some in the afternoon, could be strong. A high of 65 tonight, rain ending mostly cloudy with a low of 56. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and builds spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations, people lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 21st, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another tie, another coffee mug, another World's Greatest Dad t-shirt. Get him something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send your dad his favorite flavor, like my favorite, bourbon pecan. You can even add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order. So go to Kringle.com or make the call, 800-4DANISH, and have it shipped just in time for Father's Day. Kringle.com. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I mean, pumpkin seeds.
No, little suckers. They might be. What did you say before, Jen?
Sesame, but those are white. Like
No,
white.
these aren't white. No, this isn't on the outside. This is on the inside.
Seeds on the inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you've got some sort of like
scrotum.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Also because that apparently is the deadline for the Milwaukee Bucks, too, if they are going to deal Giannis Antetokounmpo, to go ahead and ship him off to another team. The teams are the same as they were the last time we discussed it. We are still talking about the Miami Heat. We are still talking about the Boston Celtics, although we have mentioned that maybe there is another team, sort of a dark horse team, that may insert itself into the negotiations as well. But I found this really interesting. So Mike Wilbon was on PTI, and they were talking about Giannis and how everybody's paying attention to what happens with him. And here's what he had to say about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Take a listen.
Tony, this is interesting to me because I don't believe in Giannis anymore. Giannis is a rumor. Giannis hadn't done jack in the months that matter, which would be May and June, since 2021. 5 years is forever in professional sports. Giannis is a multiple-time MVP, a great player, a Hall of Famer, and as you said, a champion. He was that. Yeah. I ain't seen evidence of it. Sorry. A league can now, particularly the NBA, it can pass you by. And with a ton of wings who are 6'9", 6'10" sort of size, DeBanza and Caleb Wilson and those kids coming in the league, Giannis can look obsolete fairly quickly if he can't get his butt out there and contribute heavily, massively in May, June. And I don't know that. I would not rearrange my franchise for Giannis. Tyler Hero leads his team in scoring. He's an all-star. Yeah. I know he's had some injury issues at times, but he plays more than Giannis lately, and he doesn't seem to be the diva that Giannis is. So if it sounds like I'm piling on Giannis, yeah, a little bit for a guy as a player I used to love. I love him less now because I ain't seen nothing lately.
There is a lot to unpack there, and I think we all can agree that since the Bucks won the title in 2021, about a month from now, back in 2021, because it was late that year, it's been disappointing. The Bucks have had early exits, first-round exits, but I don't think that's on Giannis's shoulders exclusively. I can't sit here and claim that because the Bucks have not made deep runs in the playoffs, that is all on Giannis, and for that reason, he's lost some of his luster, Gabe.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's he hasn't played. He hasn't been healthy for that in the postseason, and that's the big reason why. I mean, first it was Chris Middleton not being healthy, then it was Giannis not being healthy, then Dame, then Giannis, and so on and so forth, and then Giannis not being healthy in the second half of last season. But to pretend that just because he hasn't been healthy, that somehow Tyler Hero's a good enough, I don't know what Tyler Hero's doing in that conversation. Let's not pretend that Tyler Hero's good enough, return. If you want to talk about doing stuff in the postseason, the hell's Tyler Hero ever done? By including him into your argument about Giannis, it just undercuts everything. AJ DeBanza, yeah, he might be really good. I don't think DeBanza is going to make Giannis obsolete.
I agree with you about Hero, but a lot of what he said is true. And I'm sorry, but Giannis's game will not translate the older he gets. It won't. He can't shoot. Okay? He can't shoot. He's not a very good shooter. So how long is he going to be able to do this power move to the rim, throw it down, balls to the wall? I mean, when you start hitting 35, 36, 38, your knees for big guys start to go. And I don't know how long he can keep up playing the way he does. Eventually, he's going to have to change his game. Am I right? You just get old.
Sure. But again, we're talking about a guy who's...
But if you play that recklessly at 35, 36, of course you're going to get hurt. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're going to get hurt.
This guy who's going to be 32 during this next season. So we're not at the 35, 36 point yet. Right? And maybe at that point,
I don't agree with what he said about the trade because he's still one of the best guys in the league and he has value.
Tremendous value.
Tremendous value. But the problem is these teams know that the Bucks are on the clock.
So
the Bucks are on the clock. If they don't get a deal done, they run the risk of Giannis saying, you know what? I'm playing out this year and I can go to whatever team I want. And the Bucks get nothing. So if they want to run that risk, that's fine. But don't be shocked at the end of the day when Giannis says, I just want to become a free agent.
I don't know if he's got that in him.
Giannis?
Yeah. Because that would make him potentially look like the bad guy, which he has desperately tried to avoid in this entire situation.
Yeah, but he talks out of both sides of his mouth.
He's tried to avoid doing anything publicly that would make him look like the bad guy.
I was talking to my son the other day. You know what? You had Favre, you had Rodgers, and now you got Giannis. Okay? You can't beat up on Rodgers and Favre for doing what they did and give him a pass. I'm sorry. You can't. No.
I mean, it's similar, but it is different. Like Rodgers, I think, was the most vocal, especially on his way out the door, of them all.
The guy's been trying to leave for 2 years now. He took a visit to Boston. He's still under contract with the Bucks.
And I'm sure that's. I mean, I'm sure the Bucks blessed that because
of
you can't do that without.
Yeah.
He can't meet with anybody with the Boston organization without the Bucks blessing.
I guess just to push back on some of the things that Wilbon said, and I want to be very careful that I don't come across as a homer who is just defending the hometown guy in Giannis. But a lot of the criticism to me reeks of Giannis fatigue. And that is not Giannis's fault either. Now, you could argue that if he had a conversation with the organization and said it's time to part ways, which that rumor is out there, that report is out there, there's a difference between a rumor and a report, then you could say, okay, well, some of this is on him because he, initiated that conversation at some point when he saw the writing on the wall and read the tea leaves and said, this team can't win and I want to win desperately. But most of this, to me, reads as the media talks about Giannis every day and I'm sick of it. And that's sort of, it seems like to me, Wilbon is sort of projecting that frustration or that fatigue onto Giannis when he makes this argument. Because to your point, Gabe, I don't think you can comp Giannis and Tyler Hero. Similarly, the injuries never even came into the conversation. And I'm not just talking about Giannis's injuries, because guys get hurt, especially guys who have a heavy workload, but the injuries surrounding Giannis. You know, we have talked about how John Horst would pull a rabbit out of his hat and go grab these guys, whether it was Drew Holiday at one point or whether it was Dame Lillard at one point, and then Miles Turner, and, you know, all of these things that he has tried to do to put supplemental pieces around Giannis. Sometimes it didn't just work out. It just didn't work out. The Dame thing just didn't work out, right? Doc Rivers just didn't work out, right? So there's all of those things that are maybe tangentially connected to Giannis, but also independent of Giannis, Gabe. And I guess that's where I give Giannis a break when I'm trying to process this rant that Wilbon went on yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's talking about, you know, Giannis not being there late in the season, and you go back to 2021, the Bucks have had significant injuries to significant players every single season. Every single season. And that's a fact of the matter, and that's unfortunate why the Bucks haven't made a deep playoff run. But that's kind of been the way of the NBA. You take a look at, everybody loves the Denver Nuggets. The one time they won their championship, everybody was fully healthy. And they've had issues with guys being able to stay healthy. OKC this year, their second best player wasn't healthy. Probably a reason why they didn't go back to the NBA Finals. Like, injuries are a part of the game, whatever sport we're talking about, and that's... I would not bet against Giannis. If he's back in a playoff series and he's healthy, I ain't betting against that guy.
But you almost have to trade him. How do you go into this next season with him on the Bucks, and they're not going to do anything? I'm sorry. He can do what it talk about delusional Craig.
So you're saying he signs the Supermax or
no,
doesn't sign the Supermax?
Doesn't sign the Supermax.
Well, yeah, that's totally different.
Well,
scenario.
I can't. How do you approach the season?
I can't imagine if he's still on the team in October, I can't imagine him walking away from that money, especially. So there was a clip that was going around. Dwayne Wade was on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he was talking about some of the sacrifices that he made when LeBron came initially to Miami. Like, he sacrificed $20 million total, and then kind of was talking about how upset he was when Bron left because he didn't really know. And then at the end, he was like, and then I made those sacrifices, but now he's gone, and I'm not getting that $20 million back either. Like, I sacrificed that $20 million for him to come here. All of that to say, I can't imagine Giannis sacrificing the $50 million or whatever it is.
I just don't see it.
He's not going to walk away from that kind of money.
I don't see it.
Because nobody in the history of the NBA, when they've been on a team and that contract is presented them in front of them, every last guy has signed it.
So why doesn't he take it right now?
Because he can't.
Well, why can't he say he's going to take it right now, and then they call off all the
Because
trade
then the
talk?
Bucks, what's that even worth, right? His word? I mean, I'm not saying that Giannis's word isn't worth something. I'm just saying, like, you can't put it in writing. It would just be basically a handshake and a wink, and we're going to get this done in October.
The Bucks were also one of the other times we were going on this carousel of signing the Supermax. The Bucks were punished.
But you talk about not being the bad guy. All of a sudden, he's going to say, oh, okay, I'm not going to be the bad guy anymore. I'm going to sign the Supermax. If he didn't want to be the bad guy, then he would sign the Supermax.
But he can't sign it until October.
Well, he can commit to it and say, hey, call off the trade talk. Nope. No more trade talk. He's flying to Boston.
Yeah. Look, that's the route that they're going right now. But again, if the Bucks don't get, like, just because you have the asset, I don't think you want to sell it at a loss. You know that from a business standpoint.
Well, sometimes you have to sell it at a loss, and then you write it off.
But you're not at that point yet. You would have
no, you're not at that point. But
the point where you would sell him for whatever you can get, is February.
And I think that's
the
what
trade
these
deadline
teams are doing. They're all playing a little Russian roulette here. They're like, hey, okay, hold on to him. He'll be a free agent. He is not signing the Supermax, and you're going to lose him. So take my deal, or you're going to get nothing. So that's how they're negotiating right now.
But
that's how they're
the Bucks can trade him. The Bucks can trade him before the season. They can trade him at the trade deadline. Like,
sure,
this isn't the only stop on the train.
No, it's just the deadline that they imposed because they would like to have those draft picks in order to use them immediately.
You would get the most now, but. Again,
we have a crap ton. That's an official term. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy trademarked crap ton of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line to Mike Wilbon's comments on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the conversation that we are having. But I will add one more detail. When Wilbon talks about what has Giannis done since 2021, yes, there have been first-round exits, but I dare you to find a team that has won multiple NBA championships since 2018. You can't. So this idea that Giannis would have to somehow win another title to have justified his existence or to justify, whatever, the attention that this is getting or how, big he thinks he is. There was a graphic just the other day because the Knicks won the title, right? And it showed who has won for the last 9 years. Not a single repeat winner in that stretch. Golden State was the last one, 2017, 2018. But every other team has been, Golden State won in 2022.
Yeah,
but
so since 19, we've had 8 straight unique NBA champions.
Raptors, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets, Celtics, Thunder, Knicks. So this idea that maybe Giannis would have had to have won another title to sort of justify where he is right now in the pantheon of talent or attention, media attention, nobody's done it.
Elevate Pizza Night with something truly special from Connie's. Discover Connie's Thin Crust and Connie's new wood-fired pizza inspired by bold flavors and artisan techniques. Crafted with premium, all-natural ingredients and topped generously for serious flavor. The secret is in the crust, whether it's the original or the wood-fired pizza. But the wood-fired pizza, slow fermented for 24 hours, then baked hot and fast in a real wood-fired oven. That means a crispy, flavorful crust that you'd expect from an authentic pizzeria experience. I had this the other day. The new wood-fired crust, you need to try it. It is fantastic. Again, you can't believe what Palermo's can do with frozen pizza. Now you can experience that wood-fired quality straight from your freezer to your home oven. Just $5.99, exceptional quality at an outstanding value. It's available June 29th through July 12th only at Woodman's.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Professional Power Plays, brought to you by Propane.
Okay, team, America's energy security is on thin ice. Overburdened electric grid, rising costs, severe weather. You could stick with the grid and ride it out, do nothing and hope the problems go away, or here's your power play. Propane. Affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BUILD to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BUILD to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BUILD to borrow up to $10,000.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Again, look, give the guy credit for consistency.
I love it. I love balls.
Every time Giannis
Wish I had
challenges
more.
him to,
Right, can we make sure we
Well, you
just
don't need to
will
beat
for
that.
future reference, just clip that, save it.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Reaction rolling in fast and furiously to the conversation we were just having. Mike Wilbon talking about Giannis, saying, what has he done since the 2021 NBA championship? So let's begin. The best ability is availability, says Ryan from Maguanago. He's been hurt too much. You have to take health into account when evaluating Giannis. Meanwhile, Giannis fatigue is to some degree his fault. This from Ryan from Milwaukee. He's never really shut down rumors. Then this year, after the trade deadline, he said something along the lines of legends attract, just to leave 5 months later, ? That's bogus. John in MKE says Giannis has not handled himself like Brett Favre, or not even close to the way that Rodgers handled himself in the end. Rodgers is the worst, then maybe Favre, and then Giannis far behind. He has not done what those two clowns did. Sam says, I'm with Chewy. You guys are being homers. Giannis is great when he actually plays. The problem is he rarely plays, and the team has to completely change their offensive look if they add him. I don't think many teams want to take such a big risk with what the Bucks want in return from him. Reaction?
The Bucks should want that much in return from him. He's a top 5 player in the league. He's a top 25 player in NBA history. The Bucks should be asking for a king's ransom, and that's the price of acquiring someone. Mikal Bridges, you trade 5 first-round picks for him. You trade 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, and now Giannis is not somehow worth something similar. I don't buy that. Yeah, teams are trying to be cheap, and I think the Bucks need to hold out. And hey, you want this guy? You want him to slow down Wemby? You want him to help lead you to another championship? You don't get a discount on greatness. You don't get to be taken advantage of.
Then they run the risk of losing him after 1 year.
And the Celtics
say
run
all
the
you
ruse.
want that he'll sign the Supermax. I ain't buying it. You know,
and the Celtics run the risk of ticking off Jaylen Brown, and
yeah, sure.
Again, all these other teams. Miami runs the risk of Miami desperately wants a superstar and have wanted desperately a superstar ever since Dwayne Wade retired. Yeah. And you're desperate. You got to pay a price. You don't get a discount of Tyler Hero and picks or Khalil Ware and picks. No, you find a third team, give us a deal that's actually worth trading Giannis for.
I agree, but if the deal doesn't get done and he doesn't sign the Supermax and you lose him, you lose your right to bitch when they get nothing. You lose your right. You have no right. That's all I'm saying.
How much you want to bet that they're going to get nothing for him, that he's just going to walk away in free agency, Chew? That's not going to happen.
Oh, no, I'm saying if he plays next season with the Bucks and then just waits it out and goes to free agency.
He's not walking away in free agency. Like they will either trade him or he will sign the max. Like he's not gonna. They're not gonna let this thing play out where they get nothing.
Yeah, but where are they gonna? When are they gonna trade him?
If somebody doesn't step up now, maybe somebody's desperate at the trade deadline.
But they just lose leverage, though. The farther this goes along, the more leverage you lose.
But it's not like Miami doesn't have any leverage here either. Miami wants to win a championship. Pat Riley wants to desperately get his team back to the finals and win a championship, and Pat Riley ain't getting any younger. He's getting toward the end of his career.
But you understand what they're trying to do here.
Yeah,
they're trying
trying
to force Miami's hand.
Yeah, and Miami's trying to force the Bucks' hand. That's how negotiations work.
Sure.
Right? And I think the Bucks have more leverage. You want a superstar, you pay superstar prices.
800-990-3776. Let's go out to the phone lines. John in Saukville joining us now. John, what's your take on the reaction to what Wilbon said about Giannis?
I think he's spot on. I think what was just said is a horrible take. Giannis is obviously on the downside of his career. He hasn't played much the last couple of seasons. He can't shoot, often injured. I don't see how they can hold out for much anymore. No, I think teams realize that. And also, if Giannis really wants to win a championship, why does he do what Brunson did and leave $113 million on the table and build a team? I think he's just about money. And the Bucks aren't going to go anywhere with him, and neither will another team.
Thanks for the call, John.
Brunson left that money on the table because the money wasn't on the table for him to take. That's why Brunson left that money on the table. That's just...
Is he a free agent?
No, I'm just saying when he went to the Knicks and signed the deal. When he signed that deal, it was the same thing with Steph Curry. Like, the teams that won with those guys and were able to build championship teams around him is because, Steph Curry didn't sign... Eventually, Steph Curry made all the money. But in the first iteration of those Golden State teams, there were legitimate questions about his ankle. So he couldn't sign big buku Bucks money back then because, there were concerns about the ankle. Jalen Brunson, go look at what he did in Dallas. He was a good player. It wasn't this. If he was this in Dallas, he would have gotten the $113 million that he said he left on the table. He left it on the table because he didn't leave it on the table. It wasn't on the table to begin with for him to take. And that worked out for the Knicks because they were able to build and spend some money in some other places in order to make that happen. The next time Jalen Brunson's up for a contract, guess what's happening? Dude's taking all the money.
Well, what's interesting is he mentions the Knicks, and the comp that comes to my mind for the Knicks was not Jalen Brunson, but it was Karl Anthony Towns, because we had heard rumors that he was all hacked off when he had been sort of put into potential trade packages. And you know what? Helps winning a title. Like, clearly they were able to put that behind him. You were just mentioning, for some of those Celtics or the Heat, maybe hacking off some of those players who have been rumored to be in the trade packages. If they don't come through, do they worry about, making them upset? I would worry about that less after what you saw happen with the Knicks.
Let me ask you this. Why aren't there more teams?
Because it's complicated to acquire a guy like this. I think about every team that you can think of is rumored. I think Evan ran through these teams on Sportsmanlike, Evan Cohen on Sportsmanlike, 5 to 7 a.m. here on ESPN Milwaukee. But what team would you think would be involved that isn't, I guess? Because
I don't know. If you're saying he's
as
dominant as he is, you think there'd be
but half the league
20 teams trying to go get him instead of 2.
Half the league's already eliminated because they're not serious championship contenders, and they know they don't have a chance at signing Giannis long term. Okay. Right? Like the Hornets aren't going to go, let's go get, because Giannis ain't going to sign there long term, because even with Giannis, they're not competing for a championship. So you're eliminating a bunch of teams already. And now you're talking about teams that might be able to put together a package and then still have a championship core to acquire Giannis after Giannis arrives. So that's why the field is limited. Anytime a superstar actually becomes available, the field becomes significantly limited because A, place that he wants to sign a long-term extension, B, a team that actually has a chance to win a championship. So that's why we're focusing on 2 teams now. But again, maybe the Timberwolves have been kind of sitting out there, being a little, hanging around. Maybe the Warriors were certainly a team that were involved back at the trade deadline back in February. So I think there could be some secret teams that aren't as talking as loud as the Celtics and or Heat are, much like the Bucks. Keep everything pretty close to the chest. Mm-hmm. Like all this leaked information, the entire time this has been happening, very rarely has the information, I believe, come from the Bucks side. So there could be teams
Right,
operating
but
like the
anytime you're
Bucks.
negotiating with teams, somebody leaks it from that team, and then the information out there. And I know what you're saying is you can't necessarily guarantee that it is all accurate.
Sure.
But the other thing
But what I'm saying is there could be other teams, Chew. Yes, we're hearing about 2 right now. Other teams could be operating like the Bucks. And that team plus the Bucks are just really good at keeping things quiet. Whereas it seems like the Celtics have been advertising their interest in Giannis all week long.
I do think that what Wilbon said, what Chewy has said, what some of our loyal listeners have said is a fair point about Giannis aging, about the injuries and his availability. I think it's fair. It does also seem like what these teams that would be interested in trading for Giannis would be saying while trying to drive the price down, right?
Then why would you want it?
I'm just saying those are the arguments that they would make,
but
right?
then my
it's kind of like when we talk
counter
about
is-
guys being in arbitration, and you're like, you know that the team wants to sign the guy. They just want to sign him for less money than the guy wants, and so they come up with all of these reasons and all of these explanations for why their number is so much lower, and then ultimately they kiss and make up, and they're like, wait, I thought I was a scrub. I thought I was so bad.
If somebody said that, if I'm John Horst, somebody says that during negotiations, I'm not taking them as a serious team. You're not serious. Okay, you're gonna try. Okay, if you want him, why would you want him for all those? If you're saying all those things, no,
I'm saying they would argue that they want him,
Yeah.
but they don't want him for the price that the Bucks want.
Yeah.
And these are the reasons why, right?
Sure,
That's how
then-
negotiations work. Well, you're good, but you're not that good.
Yeah, okay, then I'll just talk to another team. Thanks. Move on.
800-990-3776 if you want to weigh in on what Mike Wilbon said about Giannis. What has he done since 2021 when the Bucks won the title? It's an interesting rant. I don't know that we will get a chance to play it again because it is long, but go ahead and keep giving us your reaction on the YouTube stream and on the Carbless Talkin' text line.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We got westbound 94 at the ramp from Moreland from Moreland Boulevard. We do have the left lane blocked with a crash. So this is just past Highway 18. Just give yourself some extra time to get through there. Unfortunately, we do have delays from before Calhoun. Also have some delays crossing over the county line towards Sunny Slope Road with a broken down vehicle actually on the eastbound side, but the delays are on the westbound side. Also backed up from 27th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound is backed up from 76th Street all the way to 35th. And then we also have an issue on northbound 41. We got a broken down vehicle right at the ramp from Watertown Plank Road. Beyond that, though, delays start at Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh, southbound from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at Kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, widespread showers and storms. Some in the afternoon could be strong. A high of 65. Tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy with a low of 56. Weather is brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts. From single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
He's a former coach with 2 sons who played professional basketball. Satch Sullinger's a competitive individual, but his golf game was suffering because of painful joints.
Right, that's real important. The golf game. Right. As we get older, we create these bad habits because we're relegated to hit a certain way.
QC Kinetics used regenerative treatments, all natural healing properties from Satch's own body, to restore those damaged joints and get his golf game back on track.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me, all natural. And that's what I'm about. I'm going to tell everybody why I'm better.
Oh, and by the way, looks like the competitive Satch is back.
We're all in the same boat, and I'm getting better, and I'm watching them stay old.
Go to QCKinetics.com. Get relief and your game back. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
We talk often about self-awareness being a very important characteristic. How self-aware are you in various circumstances, situations, etc.? I'd like to think that I am pretty self-aware. When I don't get something, when I don't understand something, I am okay saying it. Now, early in my career, I used to feel like I needed to say, oh, totally, I get it, I understand. Not anymore, suckers. And I don't understand this Packers fighting to protect NFL revenue sharing. It's all very convoluted. It's confusing to me. But Gabe, you seem to have a pretty good handle on it. So when we hear that the Packers are pushing back against proposed changes to the Sports Broadcasting Act, what does that mean?
So basically, the Sports Broadcasting Act allows the NFL to sell every NFL team's rights as one entity, and then they split it out. Instead of doing what Major League Baseball does, the NBA does, where the teams are responsible for selling those rights, right? It's Brewers TV, formerly Fox Sports, all those different entities. And instead, as we know in the NFL, every game's just on national TV, and then they split up how that ends up going. And because of that, the Packers ended up making $432.6 million last year on TV revenue alone. That was their share of the NFL TV revenue pie. Now, there are some, and I know Tausch is one of these guys because he's in Madison, who have been upset by the number of games that have now appeared on streaming platforms. So the Packers-Bears game last year, if you were in Madison or in any other part of the state where you couldn't get local stations in Green Bay or Milwaukee, you had to subscribe to Peacock to watch the Packers-Bears game. And a lot of people are upset by that, so Congress is starting to look into making changes to the Sports Broadcasting Act, which the Packers are upset with because if they are now responsible for selling their own TV rights, they probably feel like they will not be able to make $432.6 million in television revenue. I think that's the easiest way to kind of dive into what is going on, why Congress is looking into this, because there have been so many streaming, again, whether it's Prime on Thursday nights, Netflix on Christmas, Peacock, ESPN Plus for select playoff games, streaming services have become a bigger part of the NFL pie.
Don't you think it should be afforded to the whole state, though?
You're saying first and foremost, we got to figure out why we can't get the Packers in Madison.
Correct.
Or La Crosse or Eau Claire or whatever.
Or Menominee.
Yeah. You would think it'd be the whole state.
But so Green Bay and Milwaukee are looking at the local market in the state because Milwaukee, they've got the season ticket package. They used to play some games here, so that kind of whole thing got grandfathered in. Green Bay, Milwaukee is the home television market for the Packers.
I don't know if you would know this, but how does it work in Buffalo? Does New York City have to stream?
Yeah.
In order to watch a Buffalo game?
Correct.
New York City has to stream?
Yeah.
If they wanted to watch, like if the Bills were playing
on Peacock
exclusive streaming game.
Yes.
You would have to have streaming in New York City because Buffalo is the market.
Correct.
So that's the only place that would have it
and
over
conversely,
the air.
if the Giants were on, Buffalo would have to.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Are
the Packers the only team? Are they the only franchise that this affects negatively, or are there other quote unquote small market teams that would be affected by this change to the Sports Broadcasting Act?
Well, yeah, I think Detroit, Minnesota, like all the teams in the north. I mean, other than Chicago, I mean, maybe they could get that type of money if they had to go out there and do their own thing. But again, that's what they're looking into. And this money has saved the Packers and kept them in Green Bay. Now, they're in a financial spot where I don't think they're going anywhere anymore. But, I mean, there was a time, Chewy, probably even when you were playing, that the threat was real. That when they wanted it, when Bob Harlan's going door to door to try to get, Lambeau Field renovated, there was a real concern that maybe the Packers would go somewhere.
I didn't know when I played in, I don't know if it was my entire career or towards the end of it, but towards the end of my career, there was a stadium explosion, even in Green Bay, because, and I didn't know this, the owners got the luxury box revenue.
Yeah.
All we got was the gate.
Sure.
The regular tickets. That was part of our 48 or 49%.
Because that's all specifically negotiated.
That's why you saw so many of these stadiums blow up with all these luxury boxes. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
I have no idea. Because, again, however, whatever money goes into the money that they split is so specific.
But
and
then with Jerry Jones in Dallas, I know he's not part of the merchandising or something like that. Dallas owns, there's something goofy there where he's the only one that doesn't have to share the Dallas revenue from merchandise or something. I don't know.
Where he negotiated that when he bought the team or something.
So,
okay, a couple of things I want to get into here. One, I believe the last reported numbers for the Green Bay Packers quote-unquote rainy day corporate reserve fund are $579 million. That's
about right.
First and foremost. I guess I'm wondering if this is the Packers crying poor again. And I go back to the conversations we have had on this program and on others about Green Bay and the Packers clashing over Lambeau Field lease and the rent dispute and the Packers saying like, oh, we can't afford this. And then finally them coming to some sort of agreement on how the lease would be handled going forward. Fair or unfair, get skeptical when the Packers play the small market, disadvantaged. We can't do what everyone else does, therefore make sure that we are continuing to get breaks. And I'm not saying that they get breaks that are different from any other team. But in this instance, it does feel like, well, it would really hurt us, and these are all the reasons why. But I'm also going, right, but you have $579 million in the rainy day fund. If this happens, wouldn't this qualify as a rainy day?
Well, yeah, but that fund doesn't last forever is the problem. So if they take down the Sports Broadcasting Act, like that fund could potentially start to dwindle because they would have to borrow from that fund.
Borrow from it, but how long would it take for it to dwindle? For it to like be gone?
Quicker than you think. I mean, the NFL salary cap is $300+ million.
But they're the only team in the NFL that can do a stupid stock sale.
But they're also
make $130 million.
But they're the only team that can't sell to private equity. And that's what teams have been doing, where they sell a percentage to private equity to get the cash influx. So that's been the NFL's response to the Packers stock sale whenever they do those. And they're limited as to when they can do those.
Yes.
And again, that's for some of the inflection. The Packers would not be able to get $432 million every year in a local TV deal. They just wouldn't.
Oh, God, no.
They just wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
But wouldn't they still get something? They'd still get something from whatever the Sports Broadcasting Act changes.
Sure, because there would still be nationally
incur.
televised games,
Correct.
just like we see in Major League Baseball and the NBA, and you get to split those national revenues. But, I mean, it wouldn't be anywhere near that number, and they would lose significant amount of money. I mean, again, not like lose money overall as a franchise, but $432.6 million is the majority of what goes into the kitty every year. That is the lion's share of the money, and that would go down should the Sports Broadcasting Act go away and the Packers have to sell locally.
And it could very well be a quote-unquote existential threat, which is the term that is being used by team officials, saying that this law would pose an existential threat to the Packers' ability to remain competitive in Green Bay. But I don't know that it is as the sky is falling. And again, it very well could be. What I'm saying is that some of these other things that have happened, and specifically the rent dispute with Green Bay, makes me skeptical about their assessment of their finances and what they need help with.
But also, nobody in the NFL wants the Sports Broadcasting Act to go away. Nobody wants that. So the Packers are also falling in line to what the other 31 franchises feel about this. Because again, everybody wants just Goodell and the NFL to go handle this and then just get their $432.6 million every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what every team in the NFL wants. So they don't want anything to go away in terms of that.
Why is this even all of a sudden an issue? Why is this even all of a sudden a proposal? Is there something that has happened where people were going, you know what, we got to fix the Sports
Well, they think
Broadcasting
they're getting out of
Act.
control with their streaming because they're just adding more streaming and streaming and streaming.
The last 3 years, I think, putting playoff games on exclusive platforms that would require a subscription, whether that's Peacock, whether that's ESPN Plus, Black Friday games on Prime,
And the league
things like
isn't
that.
still divvying up those
profits? They are. But the reason why this is getting looked into is because Congress believes they're looking out for fans. and they think the game should be more accessible than behind a paywall. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, it is a good thing that Gabe explained that to me, and maybe to some of our loyal listeners, because I was reading it and my eyes were glazing over, and I was like, I don't understand all of the nuance of why this is an issue or why, but Gabe, it seems like you've got a pretty good handle on it, and hopefully that was informative for some of our loyal listeners out there who might have found themselves in the same spot as me.
It's never a good look that a Wisconsin representative is the one leading the charge. So now we've got a Wisconsin representative in the House of Reps fighting the Packers, and they've got official statements going back and forth.
Where he's got to be careful, too, because I'm sure some of his voters are Packer fans, you know?
Maybe a few.
What's the length of his term? Get enough time to turn things
Screw
around?
the economy. You're messing with the Packers. You're out.
I want to tell you guys about my friends over at Revival in Brookfield. That's right, a world-class wellness club where hospitality is always at the forefront. They've got performance-driven training, advanced recovery, all under one roof, allowing you to move better, feel stronger, and live longer. You guys know I've spent my life around athletes and coaches and people who are always looking for an edge. You can find that edge at Revival. Invest in yourself so you can be around and be active with your loved ones for years to come. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com. That's revivalbrookfield.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We got a problem. Westbound 94. Basically, we got a crash just past Highway 18. And looks like we have at least the left lane blocked, possibly the two left lanes, and things are really backed out from about Elm Grove Road all the way to that point. So this is the one I've been talking about for the last couple of times. We do have eastbound also backing up from about Highway F all the way to that accident scene. Closer to town, we do have delays on westbound 94 from just about 30th Street to Holly Road, eastbound from Holly Road to 35th, southbound 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue to Capitol, northbound from just before Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by Piggly Wiggly, and when you shop at Piggly Wiggly, every dollar stays in the community we all call home. Stop in today and see the difference shopping local really makes at Piggly Wiggly. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, widespread showers and storms, some in the afternoon, could be strong. A high of 65 tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy with a low of 56. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. IndyCar is a must-see race and is coming up June 18th through the 21st. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You've always been competitive at work, in the gym, even with your kids. But lately you feel off. Workouts take longer to recover from. Your drive just isn't there. You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back the energy to being dad again. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out in Milwaukee? Step into Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape to the heart of the city. Sip handcrafted cocktails, explore curated wines, and share flavorful bites made for good company. Whether you're meeting friends, starting your night, or just chasing the view, you'll find it all here. Upper Bar. Elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do we need to name your pink computer?
Well, here's the problem.
Oh,
Why would you
stop
do that?
Right, come on. It is 7:09. It's a new
You wanna
year,
call
new
his
me type of thing.
What? I know
Nobody believes that.
But you could. I'm not the one that made the vagina joke.
Here we go. Jen's back.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Remember, you can always weigh in on the show on our Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. It's infinityexteriors.com. I just remembered as I was listening to that liner to bring us back from break, I had a dream about the show last night.
Oh.
Gabe and I were doing the show. Sorry, Chew, you weren't in it.
That's okay. I can leave now.
It would have been a nightmare if Chewy was there.
No, it doesn't work that way.
That's not what that means.
And Gabe, you don't even have contact lenses, but in my dream,
I do.
Yeah, he does.
Gabe does have contact lenses. So, okay, so the dream was more accurate
Remember,
than I
I
thought.
wore my glasses the one time, threw everybody off.
Yeah, that really messed us up. Not like when you shaved your beard, though. That was a whole out-of-body experience for
kids.
me. Your contact ripped in the middle of the show.
Oh.
And my contact ripped at the exact same time. And I go, holy F! But I didn't say F, you know.
I mean, if
Christmas
you did, it'd
story.
be more of a realistic dream.
100%. And everybody got quiet. And then Joshy called me down to his office. Does Joshy even have an office?
He's got a desk.
Okay, he called me down to his office, and he was like, we have to let you go. And I was like, what? And he said, you've cursed too many times on too many shows. We can't have you around. You're a liability.
Strike
And I was
272. You're out.
And I was like, this can't be true. And I go ask Gabe. He'll stand up for me. And then Gabe was like, see you later, pal.
Deuces.
This is all in my dream last night. And then my best girlfriends from home were there, and they were trying to make me feel better about being fired for cursing. It was a whole thing. That's all I remember. But I had a dream about the show last night. I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
We've been pretty good. When's the last time?
Yesterday.
Who?
You.
What did I do?
Golf.
What?
The course.
What did I say?
I'm not going to say.
Well,
we
so
told-
one of
yeah, that's
one
the
of
thing
the
is-
times you missed the first part of the word of the golf
There's
course.
3 syllables, and we only heard the last syllable because
Yeah.
you didn't turn your mic on in
That's
time.
not a beeping.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
You
not.
You can't say.
Well, I know you can't say that, but you put Shinna in front of it. and
Yes.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But the problem is your microphone was off for the shinna part.
Not me. Not my fault. And I'll tell you why it's
most
not my
definitely
fault.
your fault.
Because I am so conditioned not to control my microphone when you're down in Florida
Sure.
that I get a grace period being back here to turn it on. So
I did
that
get
does not count.
So
You left it on during a break yesterday, too, and I got a bunch of texts because they just heard you
once
grunt.
again, not on me.
So
I mean, we're talking about accountability here, right?
So-
and I'm
so-
the most accountable person on the damn show.
Obviously.
without question. So this is my fault because you had already turned your mic off because you assumed the segment was over, and I kept trying to bring you into the read because you were having fun saying Shinnecock. Like, you were having a lot of fun, and I think everybody was having fun with it.
Yeah.
But your microphone was off. I tried to bring you in. You know what? That is my fault, Will. I'll own that one. That's on me.
That's accountability, Chewy.
But as far as, like, you pump faking me with a read and then want me to be in it, that's the defense is on the field. I don't play defense, okay?
He didn't pump fake
if
you. He
it's
was trying to
fourth
give you a
down and we're
handoff.
punting,
Well,
I'm out.
You can't have it both ways, though, pal. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell him you're not going to be a part of a read, and then when he tees you up for a funny line in a read, mispunch the microphone and then say that word on the air and have Will have to drop it.
See, I still think they can hear me through Gabe's microphone.
They
It won't be clear.
They couldn't.
You know what? You talk about playing both sides. You talk about my stomach talking to you through my microphone.
Yeah.
And you don't hear me on your microphone?
I heard you because I'm right here, but my microphone did not
James
pick it up.
I have ears.
So
the ears heard you say it.
So you see this microphone? How it's pointing toward me.
Yes.
If I point away from me, you can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
Shouting for effect.
It's like, when did we start doing reads in the middle of the show? That's
Got
just
so
something
many of
new.
them.
You teed it up perfectly. You did a good job.
It really was great. It was a great transition, a great segue, because he was talking about the ESPN Milwaukee golf outing.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring you back in, but that's on me. It was your first day back. It was too much. I will accept responsibility for what happened yesterday.
Because I'm big. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm big on the leg up on the desk.
We noticed.
So to take the legs down, that's a lot of work. That involves a lot of stuff.
I don't know if you guys noticed. Nah, pal, we've only been doing the show for 6 years.
You like to kick back. I do find it ironic, though, that Gabe is willing to take accountability here.
I
have
love
your
Gabe.
back,
Yeah.
but he won't
Love
have
him.
my back when I
And
get
you're
fired for cursing.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's also funny that Gabe was letting Chewy do his joke that Chewy found so funny, and he's mad at Gabe for it.
It's
Gabe
how it
and
works.
his wife need to move into the house. Oh, my God. My life would be so much better. What's the scratch on the car, Gabe? Gabe?
You know what? I shouldn't have let him out unsupervised.
Yeah.
You know, that's on me.
Yeah.
I think Gabe can answer that question for you.
We do have one more giveaway, though, to do for the ESPN Milwaukee golf outing. Our last 5 entrants who will be randomly assigned some golfers at
Shinnecock.
Nailed it. U.S. Open opens up tomorrow. We're going to have 15 total people. Golfers will be assigned later today, so you know who you're rooting for. And if your golfer finishes the best out of the 15 random assigned, you will win a spot into the ESPN Milwaukee golf outing at the Bog later in July. You do have to be 21 or older to enter. You can check out the official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContests.com. But 800-990-3776. We will take callers number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as our last 5 qualifiers to try to get into the ESPN Milwaukee golf outing.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94 backing up from about 30th Street all the way to Holly Road. Back on the brakes. Here we go from before Sunny Slope Road, pretty much from Elm Grove Road. It's solid all the way to an accident scene. This is just past Highway 18. The 2 left lanes are blocked right now with that, so it is going to be a tight squeeze. On the eastbound side, everybody's got to slow down and take a look. So we got delays from 164 all the way to Moreland Boulevard. On eastbound, also seeing delays from about 68th Street all the way through to 35th. Southbound 43, backing up just before Capitol Drive down towards Locust. 41 southbound backed up from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol. Northbound's heavy from before Mayfair Road up to Capitol. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox. Tonight, be there for Bella Kane starting at 7. The Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Widespread showers and storms. Some in the afternoon could be strong. A high of 65. Tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy with a low of 56. Weather is brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts. From single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty yourself at Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Don't miss 3 weekends of live music at Milwaukee's Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance, including Styx, Christopher Cross, Charlie Wilson, plus David Lee Roth, Gene Simmons Band, Bo Deans, and more. Get tickets now at Summerfest.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. You want people to actually show up for your community event, charity gala, or nonprofit fundraiser while making a memorable impression on them. Events by Design turns those moments into meaningful experiences that engage your audience and bring your mission to life. They manage everything: designing, planning, production. No stress, no loose ends. Just an experience your guests remember, exponentially benefiting your cause. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm saying if we collectively, all the people in their cars, all the people listening on the YouTube stream, all the people listening this morning, if we all do it together, there's power in prayer, friends.
Yes, there is. Bless me, Father, for I played man.
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you're chasing big payouts and nonstop excitement, Potawatomi Casino Hotel is your place to play. You'll never miss a jackpot. Why? Because you can keep track of them on the digital billboards all around the casino. With over 2,600 slot machines, including exclusives right off the Vegas Strip, you're always going to get the latest and greatest games in the Midwest. And if you're not sure where to find your favorite game, just ask one of the friendly slot attendants. They are experts on the floor. They'll help you find it pretty quick. Play your way with denominations from 1 cent all the way up to $100. Whether you enjoy the classic reels or the latest interactive games, there is always something new to discover at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We didn't get a chance the other day to talk about the Sorsby saga, but apparently our guy's not playing college football anymore, so everybody got mad enough, which I think is what it was going to take for them to finally say.
For everybody else in college football to unify against one entity that ended up being Texas Tech.
Yeah, and Brandon Sorsby. So now he's going into the supplemental NFL draft. I guess my question to you guys is, how in the world is an NFL team going to take a flyer on this guy? Are you trying to tell me that he's so good that
Well.
they're gonna like talent outs, as Tausch says, and somebody's gonna be like, we don't think he's gonna bet on our team or manipulate the outcome of our games? That feels like a ridiculous gamble to take.
Number one, if he was good, he would have came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially in this year's quarterback class.
Yes, exactly.
Like
'cause
it was a
thin.
weak quarterback class, and you could have had an opportunity to really cash in.
All right, let me ask you a stupid question. How does a supplemental? I know there's
This
rounds.
is fun, yes. Well, there's not really. So everybody basically if you want to do this, you can. Like,
Yes.
I'm guessing the Packers won't participate. Maybe they will. Basically, everybody submits, if there's going to be a supplemental draft, what you're willing to use on this kid, and then you lose that draft pick the following year. So if somebody wanted to put, and I don't think anyone's going to put a first-round pick on it, but they could use their first-round pick.
Does it go like, all right, the Raiders get the first kick at the cap because they had the first pick, and then it goes along the line? Okay.
So you're submitting whatever draft pick. You know, it's basically you're bidding, but you're bidding with draft picks.
But the Packers can't bid a first and a sixth-round pick, correct?
Correct.
Because
they don't have their fifth and sixth round picks. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, there's a chance he might not go at all. You know,
maybe. Teams are quarterback desperate enough.
Yeah.
Although he could still get punished by the NFL. I don't know.
What about the Cardinals?
Yeah, Cardinals could be desperate enough. Throw a fifth-round pick in
what,
there.
Beef with Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, that would give you a little bit of leverage in the Jacoby Brissett negotiations, which is not a phrase I thought I would be saying out loud, but here we are.
Yeah, looking at the numbers, he had a pretty big problem. 9,000 bets in 4 years.
He's not even talking about passing yards. Interceptions.
And I did. When I first read it, I said 9,000. I'm like, oh, he's pretty good quarterback. And then it said 9,000 bets in 4 years at college. I'm like,
9,000.
That's a difference.
You thought it was 9,000 yards.
That'd be a hell of a season.
Well, not one season, yes, but over a 4-year career, if that's how he was interpreting it, that's
still pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
In a college career, hell yeah.
Do you guys think, if you had to put money on it, if you had to put money on it, LOL,
Bad
jokes
choice
write
words.
themselves, that he will find a spot with an NFL team?
The NFL is quarterback desperate enough. Somebody will give him an opportunity.
Yeah, probably.
Whether that's floating a sixth-round pick in the supplemental draft for him, whether that's signing him as an undrafted free agent. I mean, if Texas Tech was willing to go to these lengths for him to potentially play quarterback, if he's good enough, which it seems like he's at least worth a look, some NFL team will take the gamble.
What do you think happened with the pivot?
I don't think it was a coincidence that the Big 12 lawsuit that came out that basically was saying to the courts, we have to be allowed to enforce our own rules. I think Texas Tech saw that and went, yeah,
It's a good point.
Yeah,
they're making a great point. I think that's what they said.
And they saw the potential money that they could lose if the Big 12 won their lawsuit for the sanctions that they would have to face for playing a kid like Sorsby. I think that everybody came together and went, hey, it was fun. We had a good time. Remember that 22-minute video we all did, put out on social media? And we had a great time. But now we're talking about actually losing money, so see you later, kid.
Which was the right thing to do.
I mean, it took a while for them to arrive there, so I have a hard time saying, yes, this was the right thing to do. But yeah, they eventually arrived at the right conclusion.
Hey, Gabe, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing, right? Isn't that what we've been told? I just would be shocked if a team feels like this is worth the risk. You have to be so convinced that he is not gambling. You have to be so convinced that this taught him a lesson. I just don't know if I could get there. As a coach, as a teammate, as a GM, as an owner, I'm not sure I could get there and be like, yeah, he is not going to put our team in a compromising position. And let me ask you this, like all of a sudden you're out there and the guy has a bad game, quote unquote, and he's throwing picks. You're not telling me that everybody in that arena, in that stadium isn't going, well, what does he have on the game, right? Again, we said the jokes write themselves, but I just don't think it's worth it. There's enough talent out there. This guy isn't, I don't even know who the comp is. He's not an Arch Manning. He's not like, some guy who when he
Arch Manning?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody who it feels like is a can't miss, who is clearly going to have a career at the next level. Right? I mean, I don't know if he is.
Yeah, And I guess that is the other thing, Jen. Like, he's probably not good enough to be worth the distraction because NFL teams do that math equation in their head all the time. Is this person that has some baggage, is that going to be worth it to us? And when the second the answer becomes no, nobody picks you up.
Maybe not to spend a pick on him, but I think someone would pick him up as a free agent. Not going to cost him anything, just bring him in.
For what, publicity?
I know, but I mean, there's a lot of guys in the league that make mistakes and get a second chance, and he addressed it, and it sounds like he's got it. Would you monitor it? Yeah, absolutely, but
in the NFL,
I kind of hope the kid gets a shot. I mean, I wouldn't spend a draft pick on him.
And
he
you're
would
hoping someone else will.
Yeah.
And he would be a backup anyway this year.
Yeah.
Right. The teams are pretty set with their plans at starting quarterback, so it's not like he would come in and start for someone.
I mean, I didn't watch a lot of. Was he good?
He was pretty good at Cincinnati. I mean, he's got a big arm. The numbers were good, but
he'd have to be pretty good in order for Texas Tech to take the risk that they took, which was defending him and backing him and being willing to make the 22-minute video explaining why they felt confident and comfortable bringing him back in. Sports Illustrated does have a list.
22-minute
We're going to look back on that in a year and be like, what the hell?
I looked back at that after 24 hours and wondered what the hell.
There's a list on sportsillustrated.com that has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that has the Indianapolis Colts, it has the Detroit Lions, the Arizona Cardinals, and the New York Jets as teams who could be in need of a Brendan Sorsby. 800-990-3776.
Steelers, yeah.
Would you take a flyer on him? You're running a team. You're a coach. Heck, you're a teammate. Would you want him on your team? I just don't know. Like, again, I'm all about, turning your life around. And if you have an addiction, getting help and moving forward from that. I just don't know if I would be comfortable with him being on my team, knowing how frequently he was making bets on sports.
He was only 6 a day, Jen, for 4 years without taking a break.
Only betting on balls and strikes.
Still a lot. It's a lot to ask.
6 bets a day.
Every day.
Yeah.
That means some day there might have been 2, and some days there might have been 20.
When you put
know
it
what I
like
mean?
that, it doesn't sound that bad, though.
Every
6 a day?
Day.
Yeah, until you go,
single
I missed
digits?
4 days. I got to throw 24 down. Yeah.
I mean, there are breaks in there. There's around the All-Star break, there aren't any games going on July 14th, right? There are plenty of days like that where you got to be able to, then end up doubling up on other days. Yeah, it's a lot.
Did you get grounded for telling your mom you smoke weed?
What? No.
You told
You told her.
I told your mom?
On the air?
Oh.
Wait, just now?
Probably.
I don't know.
Spreading lies about me.
I must have dreamt that or something.
Yeah, I think
Speaking
you
of
did.
dreams.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, that's
I don't
that's
know. I
news
thought
to me.
we had a conversation.
I think that was when Homer filled in. It was me, you, and
It
Homer.
was.
So that definitely did feel like a dream.
Oh, it was Homer that asked. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Homer asked Will if he smokes weed.
No,
If he
Chewy,
had.
Chewy asked
if
me
he
if
had
I
any
smoked.
weed.
No, if he had smoked weed.
Chewy asked
Who's
me
up
if I
first?
smoked, talking about cigarettes, and then Homer assumed it was marijuana and then asked me about that.
Again, so
And then Homer's like, hey, that ain't no big deal.
Yeah. Homer had my back.
ultimately, I think this is also my fault because I showed Chewy the picture of Will
Yes.
outside the Why Not 2.
Ripping a grit.
And I showed Chewy that, and I should have known that Chewy would never let that go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And therefore drag Will down. So I, once again, lit the fuse.
Well,
See,
to
I
take
wanted
it
to
one
ground
step
him.
further, Gabe must have been off that day. What the hell were you thinking? Taking off and leaving those 3
I think
to
it was a
handle the
weekend
show.
thing.
God, you, Homer, and Will.
That was a fun show.
Sounds like a fever dream. Is what it sounds like.
I could have
See, I
convinced
knew it
Chewy that
happened.
he made that up. I definitely could have, and I should have. Just convinced him that never happened.
Yeah. No, you could have. You had me. You had it teed up until you said Homer.
I
I'm
remembered
like, oh,
it.
that's right. Is Homer still nuts? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's got hair now.
What?
Sometimes.
Again?
So
do
the
you mean
Homer
hair?
Hour. The Homer Hour is anytime the Brewers are home, you need to watch the Homer Hour on ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube page, and he will reveal at the beginning of the show whether the roof is open or the roof is closed.
Oh, so he puts his toupee on. What was he thinking?
He was instructed by TV to have it when he was doing TV.
But he did it on the radio because I got a picture when he was doing Brett. No, maybe that
was TV.
All right, I'm going to take a break.
12. All right, Chew. That's good. When the game matters, where you play matters even more. At the Wisconsin Country Club, get a championship-level golf experience right here in Milwaukee with nearly a century of tradition behind it. We've been hosting great events for the WPGA, the WSGA, had the Lombardi Championship, so we have that championship-level golf experience. But what also sets us apart at the Wisconsin Country Club, everything beyond the course. Pool days, tennis, pickleball, fitness, and great dining. And programs this summer your kids will actually look forward to. It's not a pieced-together lifestyle. It all happens in one place. The Wisconsin Country Club, a better way to experience the game and everything around it. Schedule your private tour today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wildy and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
In healthcare, change is constant. Fifth Third Bank helps organizations navigate that change with local expertise and comprehensive financial solutions. From capital structure optimization to revenue cycle support and commercial payment tools, Fifth Third empowers sustainable growth. For nearly 20 years, the Milwaukee team has partnered with healthcare and not-for-profit organizations, building trusted, long-term relationships. Experience the difference only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with 30% off Super Paint, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products, June 12th through the 22nd. You know, I'm looking at these studio walls. I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a little more red in here. Just get that Cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. Order online, get everything delivered right to your door, or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 21st, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another tie, another coffee mug, another World's Greatest Dad t-shirt. Get him something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send your dad his favorite flavor, like my favorite, bourbon pecan. You can even add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order. So go to Kringle.com or make the call, 800-4DANISH, and have it shipped just in time for Father's Day. Kringle.com. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How are you feeling, big guy, about the MRI?
It's starting to hurt now. I think I have mental issues. I really do.
Well,
gonna have to clip that
yeah,
for me?
that's
Just,
I mean,
hold on to it?
Yeah.
I know. I don't think there's anything wrong. It's just I think it's something in my brain's telling me
something is wrong, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey guys, remember the way you felt when you were 25? Early morning workouts, a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before the first cup of coffee. Now fast forward today. Do you feel like you're losing that edge? Might not just be your age. Could be low testosterone. And that's where Mentality comes in. They start with a comprehensive 100-point blood panel to help get to the bottom of what's really going on. Then they build a personalized treatment plan using testosterone replacement therapy and targeted peptide therapy to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. In fact, 94% of men reported renewed energy and focus within 60 days. I'm one of them. And just so you know, this isn't some new, trendy, off-the-shelf solution of the month. Mentality, they've been around for a while because they're about real medicine. And while they can't actually make you 25 again, Mentality can get you back to feeling like the guy you used to be. Schedule your appointment with Mentality today, lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com. And now time for a soccer update brought to you by Discount Liquor. How about Messi yesterday? World Cup tying most goals in a World Cup. Had a hat trick. Argentina's 3-0 win over Algeria. Also equaling the most wins for a single player in the tournament with 17. So he's off to a great start in what should be his final World Cup appearance. This soccer update brought to you by Discount Liquor.
And USA plays what? Australia, did we say on Friday?
On Friday.
Yep.
Great. I got a lot of reaction to the Sorsby conversation that we were having, and some people were trying to comp the gambling thing to domestic violence and some of these other things that folks have dealt with, challenges that they have faced, brought upon themselves, certainly in some cases. I guess I keep thinking it's apples to oranges. I'm not diminishing how serious those types of things are and whether or not those guys should get second chances in the league at all. But I guess when you talk about gambling and you talk about the integrity of the sport, you go into every game believing that it is an equal playing ground. Obviously, talent, differentiates, but you believe that each team is going in with good faith, that they are trying to win the game. And the minute that that's questionable, I feel like you are opening up a real big Pandora's box, Gabe, that I don't know how you put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah, and because it's not that he just bet, it's he bet on his own team.
Yeah.
And and magically, the bets from the accounts that bet against his team, he doesn't remember those. Doesn't recall making those.
Oh, that defense, huh?
Yeah.
I do not recall.
Which, in fairness, it would be hard to remember all 9,000 bets.
That's a great point. How do you remember 9,000 bets over 4 years?
I don't want to defend the guy,
I
but
I remember 9,000 of anything.
There are bets that I've made where I'm like, did I really? I mean, I thought I was going to put money down on that. Did I really put money down on that? If I lose, I definitely didn't put money down on that. Wildy and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
We do have backups from 27th Street